What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Second Avenue Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Linares.
I'm your other host, Elijah Venencia. If you're watching on YouTube, for the ones on Spotify, Apple Podcast, you're not gonna get this little detail. It's a little detail. So it was cold as hell all week. My vinyls were falling for because the wall was so cold. I did a little rearranging. I don't know exactly what I rearranged around or anything. But one clear one, you got goodbye and good riddance right here. It got bumped down from the top row. Those are
Whoa.
fun. Those are the top dogs up there. So then the rest kind of just fall in. But I mean, so if one gets moved down, another's got to move up. We got Under Pressure by Logic up there. What a fucking fantastic album. I mean, we talk about, or I mean, we've texted about doing this one, album of the month maybe or something,
Soon.
potentially in the future. So yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but just a fantastic project. Shout out Logic.
Shout out to Logic, man. I think bigger than that, we gotta talk about it. It's our 2 year anniversary this week. The week this episode drops, 2 year anniversary. I mean, look at us. Look how far we've come. Uh, what a ride it's been. 2 years of Second Avenue Pod.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing to getting a little real with you guys. The biggest thing to us has always been consistency. Just putting out an episode each week, and I mean we have had off weeks, but it's bound to happen over what 104 weeks. So I'm glad to make it. Glad to make it here, and I feel like we're pushing pushing quality content out. So
Always. Yeah, we're on episode 94. Crazy to think about. So we've only really missed 10 weeks, which is, that's not too bad if you really think about it. 5 weeks a year, not bad. So yeah, episode 100 coming soon. So that's going to be a big one. If you know, you know. We'll
yeah,
leave it at that.
yeah, we
But
won't get too much into it.
yeah, but we had to come correct with an absolute banger, a Second Avenue classic for our 2 year anniversary episode. It's Aux Battles. If you've been following us for a minute, we did a whole 7 game series of Aux battles, and the boys got taste, so it went to 7 games. I ultimately won 4-3 in the Aux battle series, and we're starting it fresh 0-0. Season 2, episode 1 of Aux battles today. It's going to be a hit. Appreciate all you guys who gave us a category for the Aux battles. We threw up a poll on Instagram asking you guys what categories we should go with. And hey, a couple of you guys came through with some suggestions. We really appreciate that. So we had to incorporate some of them in the categories we're going to be going with today.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's 0-0 now, but it's not. That 0-1, it's lived with me. We took a little hiatus there. We haven't done it in a minute. Just a little palate cleanser. So, I'm ready to be back. I'm ready to come correct, and let's get it started.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about the categories we got today. We had a couple extras from you guys that will roll over to the next one. We went with 2 from you guys and then 5 of our choice. Our 7 categories are: 1, a non-rap feature; 2, a diamond song; 3, a song from 2014; 4, a song you'd pick up a girl listening to; 5, a cry in the car song; 6, a song with a white album cover; and 7, a song that's an outro on a project. So a lot of good categories. I think this might be like my favorite group of categories we've had so far.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll
I
see.
like it. I
We'll
like
we'll
it.
see if I win. That's really
Yeah. Okay.
the deter there. So
I like all the ones we do, but I don't know. Maybe just we haven't done in a while. I'm like, I love these and I like the songs
yeah.
I picked. I think we just get right into it. Let's get into this first category, a non-rap feature. What song did you go with here?
There were a lot of good options. So I don't know. Is this one was really tough. I feel like Katy Perry. Katy Perry. She's got the Juicy J, the Snoop Dogg, and most importantly, she got the Kanye West collab. She got ET. So that'll be my pick there. This is
Okay.
one. Hoopston Skating Rink. I don't know when did ET release? Probably like 2010, maybe I'd say.
I think maybe earlier,
Or
maybe
yeah,
'09.
probably
Yeah.
earlier that. But man, when this one came on at the skating rink, oh, just so fucking fire. So many memories there with so many songs that I haven't really got into. So maybe I'll start bringing some skating rink. But I had to mention it. Shout out the Hoopston Skating Rink. So
Yeah, the skating ring was different, man. I only probably popped out there 5 to 10 times ever. You were a skater.
oh
You were
yeah,
outside.
every weekend, skating backwards, shit like that. I
That's
was
different. I was
pretty
holding the
good.
rail, baby. I was
Yeah.
I was slight. Yeah, that's crazy. We're gonna have to get some more of those songs included. But yeah, I think this is an interesting category. There's a lot of different ways you could go with this. You went a different way. You went pop song with a rap feature.
Huh?
I went rap song with a non-rap feature. I went Homecoming by Kanye with Chris Martin from Coldplay. I
Yeah.
mean, this felt like a good one. My instant ones I thought of were this and Heard Him Say with Adam Levine. And so we went with Homecoming. Just I had a special connection to this one, man. I had a video that played at my high school graduation party, and I picked the songs for it. I don't remember every song I had, but I know I had intro off Under Pressure by Logic. We, got to give my shout out to that too, like you did
Yeah.
earlier.
Yep.
I had Blessings Reprise by Chance. It was a good little soundtrack. I had the one random song I went with was One Dances because it was a popular song at the time, but it didn't really feel like it fit the rest of the vibe.
Song.
But
Yeah.
I was 18. I was just putting songs I liked. Now it'd be curated, it'd be tasteful. But yeah, I had Homecoming by Kanye on there. So always gonna have some love for this one. And I just remember being at No Label this year, driving around listening to this, and it was just really hitting that day. And yeah, it's a consistent song I've been listening to since I first heard it years ago. So gotta go with
Yeah.
Homecoming here.
Yeah, that's one of I'm always bumping. Anytime I'm in the shy, concerts or whatever. When I make my way up there, that's the first one I play. You're not even really in the city yet. You're kind of just passing the pier, shit like that. So
Love it. Fire. Let's get to the next category. We got a diamond song. So a song with diamond certification here, 10 million copies sold. This is a big one. These are all going to be songs everybody knows. What song do you go with?
man, there was some surprise. Drip Too Hard on there. That's not my song. I went with
Surprising.
that was I was like, what the fuck? Like, I knew that song was huge, but I feel like you got to have like radio play shit like that off it. But to get into my track, we got Trap Queen by Fetty Wap, free Fetty Wap.
Okay.
This one fucking ran 2015. Fetty Wap ran 2015. This is one I'm like super shaken up over still because I've told it on here before, but in New York, Rolling Loud first day, Fetty Wap he was supposed to be there. That's when he got busted. Now he's doing prison
Hmm.
time. So yeah, he got busted in New York. So crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah, Trap Queen.
it's a good pick. I looked through these songs and that one did like catch my eye. I saw it and I was like, good for Fetty Wap, like a diamond song. That's crazy. And man, if that My Way with Drake would have like officially
Huh?
released, we might be talking two Diamond songs. I mean, that one was a hit too. So always got some love for Fetty Wap. He was running the game for a minute. When I saw this person's name, though, I knew who I was going with. It was just a matter of what song. I saw The Weeknd, and he had a couple to choose from. He had The Hills, he had Can't Feel My Face, he had Earned It, I believe, and then the song I went with, Starboy, one of my favorites, like from the pop weekend era. Definitely my favorite from the Starboy era, I would say for the most part. I'm pretty confident going with Starboy as my favorite. I also, Stargirl Interlude, one of my favorites.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, but I got love for Starboy. That's one that I would definitely want to be bumping in the car. It's one that's making a lot of my playlist, so it felt right. We're going with Starboy here. It's a crowd pleaser. I think it does the job.
Yeah, no, Starboy is like it's one, is huge on the time. Obviously, you hear a lot of these or a lot of the Diamond songs on the radio pretty consistently, stuff like that. And I want to say when was it 2016, 2017 when start when it dropped? What was that?
2016, yeah.
And that was okay. So it was a few years later, maybe my junior or senior year, I listened to Starboy and like it was like, God damn, this is fucking good. Like such a fire track. So it's really just been in rotation since then. Obviously I didn't discover it then or anything, but that's when I really started banging it. So fire.
Fire. I remember I bought a speaker on Black Friday and I think the album came out on the Friday of Black Friday, if I remember right, or like right around that time. And I think Starboy was the first song I bumped on it, if I remember right. I think I just threw the album on. So yeah, always gonna remember that. Well, next category, we got a song from 2014. Crazy. These songs are turning 10 years old this year. Again, a very, very foundational year in a lot of our listening. I feel like that's going to warrant an episode of its own in the near future, but we're going to talk about two songs today. I'll go to mine first, I guess.
Yeah.
Just you've been going first a couple times
All
here.
right.
I went with Diablo by Mac Miller. Ever since Faces
Fire.
came to streaming, this has been like one of my favorites. I've been loving it since even before it was on streaming, but I remember like the day it came to stream, I posted on my story. I love Diablo. That John Coltrane sample is filthy. Mac Miller doing his thing. And yeah, there was so many good ones to go with. I wanted to go with like Freddie Gibbs, but if we're talking Aux, I think you got to go
Yeah.
with Mac probably over Freddie.
Yeah, that's like the tough part about this is, I probably would have a different choice or could have a different choice, but I'm trying to please the crowd a little bit. So, um, but yeah, I mean, ultimately, I would have gone with the 2014 Forest Hills track. I would have gone Tale of Two Cities or No Role Models. I've used those in the past, so we're gonna leave the past in the past. We are rocking with Only by Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Drake, Chris Brown.
Fire.
I mean, what more can you ask? Like, this is like a little past like their peak together, whenever they're all collabing together, separate, or in whatever combination. And that, but man, like this might be the one for I'd say, a Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki collab. Like, I love this track. It's one, just it comes that beat just right away, and then I mean Nicki just comes in and kills it. So just the memories this one brings.
That's a good one. I saw that one when I was looking up 2014 songs. It kept coming up in all the playlists, all the lists I was looking at. I didn't really consider it, but I like the pick. I think that's a good one. I mean, that's a very, very 2014 pick. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I like to for the year songs. I like to like put myself back in 20. What was I bumping then? I guess rather than what I haven't listened to Only in a little bit. I mean, before today, but I feel like it's just one of the ones I kind of like to put myself. What was I bumping then? So this one was getting
that's
crazy
fair.
bump. So
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I've definitely bumped Diablo more now than I did then, but I definitely heard it around that time. So I'm like, also with New Faces V2 with Mac Miller
oh
or with
god, that
Earl as well.
great track.
So yeah, that made consideration. But Diablo was the one I posted when Faces came out, so I had
Oh,
to go with
it
that.
felt right. Yeah.
It felt right. Next category, we got a song you would play when you're picking up a girl for the first time. Actually, I added first time there for, I don't know. I think
Nah,
this is a weird.
I think
Were you first time
um
when you were picking?
no, so it's not like first time, but like I mean, it's got to be the first few times, picking up a girl, but it's not like you're picking up a girlfriend, I okay,
Fair.
I like first link up. I mean, okay, whatever, we explained it there at least.
See, yeah, because we really didn't talk about too much. This is the nice category. Shout to our boy BG for recommending this one. He actually recommended the next two. But yeah, picking up a girl for the first time, I think this is an interesting one. It's I think there's a lot of variables here. Do you know her taste a little bit? What's the weather like? What are you doing? What time of day is it? I think there's a lot of variables here about what I would play. You know what I mean? Um, but I went with something a little bit safe. I went with Perfect by Scaring the Hose, JPEG Mafia, Danny Brown. Nah, no, I'm playing. We cannot be scaring the hose. We
Yeah.
went with Sundress by ASAP Rocky.
Okay, that's fire. I feel like Rocky's like a really safe choice. I don't think Rocky gets like a lot of hate. I think everybody can vibe out to his music and everything. I kind of went with someone of the same. But I just gotta set like the mindset here, give you guys a setting. So I'm playing this track like 30 second. Maybe when I send like the here text or about to pull up. We got Heartless by The Weeknd. Get yourself right, get your mind right. Never need a bitch. I'm what a bitch need. So I mean, just get yourself right. Get
Okay.
yourself in the right mindset. Girls are ruthless, so just always stay prepared.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely one way to look at that. Yeah, and you're sending a here text, you're not going to the door, man. You're crazy. So,
Yeah, this ain't the
no
'60s,
etiquette.
boss.
Yeah, no etiquette out of you. Wow, man, that's crazy. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
yeah, I guess we're picking the girl up though. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it depends,
It's
but
it's.
yeah,
I'm imagining myself outside right now. It's a little cold. I ain't getting out of the car.
okay. Two very, very different songs, two different approaches there, and it leads us to the next category, a cry in the car song. Man, that first pickup, it did not go well, and
Yeah,
now
it is
you're
undershort.
down
Yeah.
horrendous. So, what song are you going with here?
So for yeah, I ain't gonna admit I cry on the podcast, but this is one that may have got me a few times. We got Star Shopping by Lil Peep. Man, the chokehold this song fucking had on me for so long. It's just such a great song still. But man, this is like my go-to. Like, damn, me and my girlfriend just broke up again. I was in one of those relationships, in and out of relationship for all of high school. Every few months or so. Or maybe my little side piece didn't work. Now I go back to my ex girlfriend. Uh,
Savage.
Yeah. Any,
Ruthless.
but anyways, yeah, the Star Shopping was the one though. This is one I crazy bump like sophomore year, and then when it released my junior year, like this fucking song was everywhere. This was like a Juice World type track throughout the school. Everybody was fucking banging it, talking about it, you know. So I wonder how many times I've had to post this on my story because I'd be like my indirect, like I'm sad, like text me, you know. But
Wow.
yes, phenomenal track.
That song definitely never had like a crazy run like that for people I was like around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it makes sense though. It is like a high. It feels like a high school track, you know.
Yeah. So because it Peeps like was blowing up like when I was a senior in high school into freshman year of college, like probably like that summer 2016 was probably like around when I started hearing about Peep, and then nah, maybe a little early, but whatever. And then I mean he dies like
Yeah, like
my freshman year of
that
college,
November. Yeah,
so it's like, man, yeah, he just did not have the run like when I was, probably posting Snapchat
yeah, songs and
of
shit.
songs I was, trying to get people to hit me up. But yeah, I went with Ivy by Frank Ocean.
Okay, yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
one.
just the line, if I could see through walls, I could see your faking. If you could see my thoughts, you would see our faces. Like, man, that just hits sometimes,
Mhm.
So yeah, I feel like I haven't had too many cry in the car moments, man, but Ivy would be a go-to.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's not really a wrong pick there. You know, it's more of a personal thing here. You know, so it's a W pick there. I like that one.
Let's get into the next category here. We got a song with a white cover. A lot of different options here. I don't know if we've done a color cover in the past or not.
Red, Rojo.
We
We
did
we done
red.
blood
Okay.
gang. I think
Uh,
we done blue even. I
we're
don't know.
bleeding. All right. So,
Yeah,
okay.
all I
We're on to
see.
white
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna hit every color eventually. You know, black maybe
eventually.
next. So we'll see.
Rocking that Roy G. Biv. Yeah, we are
Mhm.
really doing it. White cover. I'll go first here. I went with Clouded by Brent Faiyaz.
Yeah.
Love Clouded. I mean, it's just a very me song. Like
Mhm.
sometimes I feel like I play a little bit to the aux, I'm
Mhm.
playing to the crowd. Clouded is a song I'm bumping. Probably like one of my don't know off the top of like what it is like on my Spotify all time listen to songs, but
Mhm.
I would imagine it's top 10 if not top 5. I mean, it's one
Such a
of my
great
most
song though.
consistently listened to songs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the you kind of want to please the crowd a little bit, but that's like one I've definitely heard it a few times in the car, you know. So you're bumping that,
Oh yeah.
um, white cover though. This was a tricky, I got a few behind me. If you're watching on YouTube, once again, I did demote Juice World down, Goodbye and Good Riddance, but we are picking a track off there.
Okay.
We got End of the Road. This is one. So last night we were watching the fights. UFC fights, and then the boys are, it's just, I mean, maybe 10 deep at my boy Ben's house, and we're just chilling, just drinking, watching the fights, and then we start playing pong. Of course they hand me ox immediately, and End of the Road came on, and I was like, this is one where I was like, is it really the vibe right now, so I was, do I want to skip this, do I, what do I want to do? And Anthony's like, this is a fucking banger. And then we all just literally
Okay.
vibed out to End of the Road. Like I hadn't really listened to it all the way through in a minute. And God, great track. This is kind of what makes Goodbye and Good Riddance great. Like everybody had their moment with that song. I feel like during, when Goodbye and Good Riddance was popping off. So
Yeah, I mean, everybody was listening to Juice World for a little bit there. I haven't heard that song in forever, but yeah, I like that pick. That's a good one that you had like a recent tie into, so I
yeah,
like that, of course.
literally 12 less than, or about 12 hours ago, probably 13, 14.
Yeah, I like that one. Let's get to the last category here. We got an outro track to a project. I'll let you kick it off with what song you went with.
This one, if you know me, this is really a crazy one here, but my man carries, my man, yay. We got Cuddy Montage, Kids See Ghosts.
Okay.
uh I'm still not rocking with Kid Cudi. Don't take this as that. Just fuck, man, what a great Kanye verse. Like, I don't know, this is such a great track. It's one that I did take all the Kid Cudi songs on my playlist, or out of all my like songs, anything. I haven't played anything, but this is one that made it.
Crazy.
The one that made it, one that stood the test of time. Um, Everybody want world peace.
I mean, that song's so good. I think you're probably gonna take care of me on this one. I went with a song that's just like one of my favorites from last year. And real quick before I do it, I'm going to ask you if it gets a stamp. So on the project, this is the last song, and then there's a remix of another song. Do you think this
Oh
is the
yeah,
outro?
good. That's
Okay.
good. That's good. That like
Just
I'd
making
even
sure.
yeah, I'd even take like even if you had like a skip behind it. I still think it's valid then.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't go with this one, but I almost went with Feel the Fire off Heroes
Oh,
and
that
Villains.
one played last night too. Fuck.
Yeah, it was fire, and then obviously there's a Gunna song. It says bonus at the end, so I was like, okay, Feel the
Yeah,
Fire is
bonus
the
tracks
last
those don't
song.
count.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
almost went with that, but we're going with Tony Hawk by V's. It's
Fire.
just been one I've been going for, I mean, almost a year now since it came out, so it felt right. It's one I'm definitely listening to. I'm not playing the crowd here. I'm playing V's. I want to hear Tony Hawk, and we're going
Uh,
with that.
I
I
feel like
played
after
all
you get
these
a
songs. We're going V's.
yeah, after you get a few listens though, I mean that's fucking banging. Like I mean, you just gotta it's not a crowd pleaser initially, but you get it a few times in a few functions. They're gonna be vibing the third or fourth time.
Yeah,
So
play Tony Hawk. Yeah.
yeah.
Play
Yo,
that
what is
Tony
that?
Hawk song. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, V's is him, and I think if you know, you know, and a lot more people are
Detroit,
knowing
stand
now.
up. Yeah.
Detroit, stand up, 313. We are in the building.
Yeah.
We're about to relocate to the 313. I mean, we are damn near certified in the 313. So, man, shout out to Detroit. Shout out to V's.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Different.
we just gotta find. This could be just running joke. Like we just gotta find a way to fucking get a Detroit mention in there every
We're
episode.
Lions fans. We're Pistons fans. We're rocking with the Lions in the playoffs. We're rocking with Detroit for sure. Detroit stand up. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how these go. I think that some of them could go either way. I think this is gonna be a good Ox battle to
Yeah,
start off the next series.
and we haven't done it in so long. I don't even know the viewers anymore. I don't know if you guys are even gonna vote.
They're rocking with us, and for the
Yeah,
2 year anniversary, I mean, we had to
yeah.
come
No,
through. So
Ox battles, y'all go crazy for those. So
yeah, you guys always come through. And like we said a while back, we do want to start having you guys on for an Ox battle or something sometime. Just figure out the format of how we're going to do
like a
that. I think
spin-off episode.
a spinoff. Yeah, we're Ox battles. I think we decided it's got to be us for now, but one day, I mean, we definitely got to get you guys on here just to see how you guys are
Just to
coming with
cook
your
someone up. Both of us cook someone
exactly.
up. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, borderline would not be fair because we know you guys better than you know yourselves, I think. So we're putting you guys on and we're playing what you guys want to hear. But yeah, definitely got to get you guys on at some point. I think that's going to wrap up the Ox battle, though. Please go vote on Instagram at Second Avenue Pod. It's going to be dropping on Monday. So it'll be live from Monday into Tuesday. Please go vote. We're celebrating our anniversary 2 years on Wednesday. So it's a big week. Um, we're really trying to get merch for you guys for the 2 year anniversary. Maybe we'll get no promises. We might have a picture, no physical merch in hand yet though, but it is coming, I promise. We made this promise, I think, when I got my wisdom teeth out like a year and a
Yeah.
half ago, but
He's
it's time.
recovering from the wisdom teeth, So it's
Yeah,
been
the
a
swelling's
tough road. Tough
swelling's
road.
finally gone down. I can eat solid food again. We're back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, merch coming for sure. It's time. I mean, you guys have been rocking us for 2 years, and we gotta get you guys right.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, let's get into the news for this week. Very, very light week. We came through with a banger with the Ox battle, so won't spend too much time on the news because it's pretty underwhelming. Let's talk about these releases. We got projects from Lil Tecca, Lil Dicky, El Camino, and Fredo Bang. We got singles from Blast, Rob 49, Lil Wayne, Offset, Joey Badass and KC, Fabio Foreign, Conway the Machine, and Nicki Minaj. Have you given any of these a listen, and what are you feeling about them?
I like the Joey Badass track. I feel like he goes in different directions. I mean, I wouldn't say this is anything like out of the ordinary, but you just don't exactly know what you're gonna get, and I like it each time. So I hope we get a Joey project this year. I mean, I need to give the Offset one a listen. Conway the Machine. Get my Griselda up a little bit. So
Yep.
I did the Boldy James project that was fire. I said I was gonna listen to it last
See,
week. So yeah, I'm trying to get there. So
what album did I say I was going to listen to? I think Kid Cudi, and I was like, I'll come back with my thoughts because you weren't. I did listen to Kid Cudi album. It was, it is what it is. I feel like his style is pretty listenable for the most part. So it's like you're not gonna be like, oh, this is so bad. But yeah, it didn't like blow me away.
yeah,
I was thinking about Letterboxd. Or do you use Letterboxd?
I do not know.
But do you know what it is?
I do not.
Okay. It's like the app where you can record the movies you watch and like give them ratings and reviews.
Oh, okay, I've seen that then. Yeah,
And
I
I
just
was
didn't know
like,
the name.
man, I wonder if there's something like that for music. And then I found there was something like that for music. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start tracking what I listen to on there. I went back and did some ones from last year, just random ones. And Insano by Kid Cudi was the first album from this year I reviewed. I gave it 2.5 stars. So very
What
middle of the
about
road
yeah?
album. Yeah,
I
it might go down to two, honestly, but it's not like the worst, but I probably won't be
yeah.
going back too much.
Obviously I haven't listened or anything, but I feel like a lot of I don't want to hate, but I feel like a lot of the music like that, where you just have such a massive opportunity. You can get anybody go on with anyone. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just like kind of I don't know. Would you agree? Like forgettable, or not something you're gonna go back to too often, I guess.
Yeah, I would agree. I really don't even remember too many of the songs that much, so I'd have to like hear them again and be like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard that," but nothing that really really stood out to me. I will say I'm not listening to the album, but the Lil Dicky project, I do watch Dave, and so a lot of this it's just the soundtrack from Dave.
Mhm.
The show is good. I don't think I'd be listening to the songs just like in my car in my headphones, but in the show they're solid. So I'll give that a little bit of love. I actually made my boy Chalky watch an episode of Dave yesterday because he hadn't seen it. We had some laughs. It's a good TV show, I will say. But yeah, let's talk about some music that we got a little bit of news about this week that seems to be coming soon. First, Metro Boomin confirms a collab project with Young Nudie. This is fire. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for
This
this.
is tough. This is tough.
Young Nudie is so good, and I feel like he's so underrated. People don't really talk about Young Nudie like that, but he's always come through with some very, very good hit songs and just absolute bangers. And with Metro production, oh,
Metro he's a busy man.
he is. Another one that this is not confirmed news, but we got a little link up. We got JPEG Mafia and Kanye West with the link up. This
Yeah,
gets me excited,
this just I saw it on Twitter. This just confirms you just got to be a hater. Fuck, JPEG Mob. I think it was the last Sunday after we recorded. He
I
fucking
think.
he went on a raid on Kanye. He fucking went crazy, and look where he's at now. So
Yeah,
this is dangerous. This could be like fire. This could be so fucking hard. This could be tough as hell. So I like this. I hope we get a track.
I hope so too. These are both like production wizards.
Yeah.
Like I just know it would sound amazing. Like it doesn't even matter like what the lyrics are going to be or anything. The music would just be interesting. It would be awesome. So yeah, I have high hopes if something ever came of that link up. That would be crazy. And the last one, we got a little PG Lang video with Kendrick teasing new music here. Sound a little bit different, a little different style out of Kendrick. I really did like it. So hopefully we get some music out of him this year.
Yeah, I've had my take that that was Kendrick's last album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I might stand on that still. So I think last solo project for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that's out of the question that it would be his last. I mean, hey, you never know. But hopefully we got something coming in
Yeah, no,
some
this is a good sign.
fashion. Yeah, so we'll see. And then the last news here, the Vince Staples show is confirmed to be releasing on February 15th on Netflix. We got a trailer. So excited for this. We've been excited like it feels since the podcast dropped 2 years ago. So yeah, we are very excited for this one here at Second Ave. Love Vince Staples. Man, I gave him a shout out in my like albums I need in 2024 list. And I was like, oh, we got it the show too. And we
It
probably
happens,
get both.
yes.
So,
This
we
happens
did that.
like a weird. We don't really talk about it or bring it up. This does kind of happen like a weird amount of times where we'll talk about it. Maybe the industry's just tapped in. So I think that's all. That's the
Gotta be.
confirming it here.
Yeah, somehow we just manifest everything we want in music. But yeah, we talked about it in the episode and then like 2 days later, trailer. So yeah, we're just
They got the
very
green
tapped in, I
light after
guess.
we mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they still second half still wants it. We got to come through for them. So yeah, we're very excited for this one. We'll definitely have to talk about the Vince Staples show on an episode. I think another episode that could come from that would be like rappers acting. We haven't really
Mhm.
talked about that at all. We got to get into that at some point, I feel like. So a lot of good episodes coming here in the near future. And next week's episode, I mean, that's going to be a great one. Album of the month
It's
for
one
your
I've been
eyes
looking forward.
only.
Yeah.
Gonna be huge. Stay tuned. We'll be posting a little bit about the episode on Instagram with our announcement post. So you guys heard it here first. You've been hearing it here first. If you've been listening to episodes, we haven't really told anybody on social media, but that announcement's coming this week. So that episode will be coming next Monday. Very excited for that. And then following that, we're going to have our Grammys predictions episode dropping the day after the Grammys, which is going to be tough, but we'll see how we did. I think we did the same thing every year. The schedule just doesn't line up for us to have it out before the Grammys actually happen. But either way, it's going to be fun to talk about what we think is going to happen and what should happen and what we would go with if we were the ones picking.
Yeah.
So gonna be fun. Appreciate you guys rocking with us for 2 whole years. I mean, it's been a great ride, and it's just the start. So appreciate you guys so much, and got a lot of good things coming here into year 3.
Yeah, here we are. Happy 2 years to us. Happy 2 years, Second Avenue Podcast. Let's go. Have a great week, everyone. See you guys next week. Peace.
See you guys. Peace.